Hello everyone! Today we're gonna be hopping on Kafe Dostoyevsky, where I can show off some really dirty kill spots. Starting off really strong, this works best with either ash or buck. On the top of the building there is this hatch. You open it up with a breaching charge, and you have a really nice view into the staircase. But that's not all, obviously. You can then open up this wall to the side to get a line of sight into the cigar launch. But can we go deeper? Of course we can. Now you can open up the floor, and then you hop back up onto the hatch. Now you can see all the way into the mining room. But can we go even deeper? Of course we can. All you need is another shot with your grenade launcher, and you can even see into the room with the train. If you open everything up a little bit more, you've got vision into pretty much half of both rooms. If you hop down from the hatch and then lie on the floor, you can see all the way into the entrance of the train. You can also stand in the cigar lounge and see almost all of the mining room. You can also open this wall right here, which lets you peek down into the staircase. Enemies will never expect you to shoot into their objective from that far away. Now admittedly, this one takes quite a bit of setup, but I'm sure some of you can make use of it. You probably knew that there's this tower on the Christmas market, but did you know you can jump on the roof of those huts and use them as your cover? You can peek into all of the windows and expose yourself as little as possible. While you're outside, you can also rappel up the garage door and peek into this little drone hole here. And you can see into the door of the reading room. With ash, you can also fire open that wall to the side to give yourself just that little bit more vision. Another really good way to get a peek into the reading room is to break open this wall on the side. It is never reinforced because it can't be. From the inside there's a couch blocking the way, giving you a really good spot to take some guys out. Now this is my absolute favorite spot in the game. If you have seen some of my other videos, you might have noticed. You reinforce these two walls on the freezer and leave open the left side. From the outside, the enemy might not even notice only two walls are reinforced. Once you see someone walk past, in a camera or with pulse motion sensor, you just blow them up with a nitro cell. You can also use the hole you just created to get a nasty flank off. But be careful when you're sitting in that room, there's a hatch right above you. Coming up are some vertical angles onto windows. Hop into the laundry room and open up the ceiling. After that you go next door into the reading room and do the same. This will give you a view onto the windows in the upper floor. You can do the same thing in the freezer and the kitchen. This will lead to the windows near the fireplace. Admittedly, the one in the kitchen is quite a bit hard to see because the window is right above the cooling unit. You can also open up the ceiling right here to be able to see into the back store. Remember that is one of the spots where the hostage can be. Of course, that works the other way around as well. When you're located in the top floor, remember that this hatch is a thing. You cannot reinforce it anyway, so might as well use it against the attackers. Just listen closely for sound or use pulse. This one here actually uses a bug. Open the floor next to the fireplace. Now you can basically see through a wall that is untextured from your side, but textured from the other. You can see it on the wall on the right as well. That means when you're standing in the right spot, they cannot even see you. I believe they can still shoot through it though. Hide and seek time. You can hide behind this piece of furniture. Nobody will ever check. Just don't move, don't make any noise. As soon as someone walks by, you stand up and shoot them in the back. You can do the same behind the bar here. As long as they come through the door or windows, you are completely safe. Just sit in the far right back. And remember, don't make any noise. There's another 3 spots on the second floor. Just open up these desks here. You can crawl inside and peek out. And they give you quite a nice view onto the door and into the corridors. If you hop outside the window and open up the wall on the opposite side, you can see all the way into the mining room. Just wait a little bit for the dust to settle. Now when you're playing Ash, you can also shoot another breaching charge on the other side. This wall is often not reinforced. Again, I've opened up the wall a bit more here, just to show that if you place the charge correctly, you can actually see the hostage from there. This works on every map. What you do is you pick a window where the barricades go further than the actual window. This way you cannot see from the outside that it's damaged, yet you can break it with only one hit or even wall through. This makes for a very dirty surprise tactic. I also do that on windows sometimes. When attackers only want to break a tiny hole into the window, they break the entire thing and their whole body is exposed. They also get this really weird look at their faces and they don't know how to react. Now where you are going to use this is on this window. You probably know this spot from the north side of the building, where you just hop out the doorway and get them from there. But on this side you have a little bit more of a surprise, and enemies have far less time to react when they hear the window break. The downside is that you have to walk all the way back into the building. Remember when you felt absolutely useless when enemies had control of the skylight and there's nothing you could do? Fear not, I've got the solution. Throw a nitro cell on that ceiling. This is right below where enemies drop down when they jump out of the skylight into the room. You don't even need to expose yourself to notice when they fall down. Just sit somewhere safe, check the cameras, listen to sound or communicate with your teammates and blow them up. Remember that the entire floor can be broken, and you can also make a hole here to check down into the reading room, and down here to see into the hallway and the kitchen. Right next to there is this breachable wall. Blow it open to reveal a long corridor. Utilize your ACOGs and long-range assault rifles. It always takes a little bit for the dust to settle, but as soon as it does, you can also hop outside the window and peek from there. Last but not least, the same idea in 2 different places. Use Ash, Buck, or a teammate with a shotgun to open up the walls above the reinforcements, then peek over the staircase and get a few easy kills. The defenders will feel very protected behind the reinforced walls, so they will be very surprised when you suddenly have an angle from there. You can do the exact same thing 1 floor higher. This way you can vision into the mining room. I didn't have anyone to reinforce here, but trust me, the reinforcements go only as high as the wooden beams. When you're playing Ash, you can even open up the wall next to the fireplace and get a line of fire all the way into the back. Alright, that's all I know for this map. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you have some more spots or tips and tricks. Why don't you write them down in the comment section? Also, let's play my little game again. If you learned something new today, why not give me a like? If this video was absolutely useless to you, feel free to dislike it. If you like my content, why not subscribe for a while? You can also follow me on Twitter. I am also reading all of your comments, and I'm very open to critique. So if you want to tell me something or just yell at me, this is where you can do it. Until next time, see ya!